hearing with real estate agents how to grill loan officers. The setting expectations, there's maybe...
And we all know rate is important, right? Because that is a part of the calculation, but is that the only thing? So, hey everybody, welcome to the Rise by Renown Podcast. Sean here with an amazing, actually a new friend, a new-ish friend, Mike Faraci. He hit the red button is like changing how I see things and how we do things. So Mike, just welcome. Thank you for jumping on today, my friend.
Thank you for having me, man.
And I've said to multiple real estate agents, I'm excited about this one because you've got, so far out of all the people I've had on the pod, you've got the absolute best studio background ever of anyone.
Thank you.
Thank
you. I think it's so, you probably think it's so good because I didn't build it for anybody but me.
Right. That's so true.
So it's just like, it is what it is, man. I'm nerding out.
Weird, yeah.
This is a creative space for me. It's a happy place.
Right.
I want to come in here and sit down and be surrounded by all the things that I love and have memories around. And
come on.
If y'all like that, cool. We can be friends. If not, there's somebody for everybody.
There's somebody for everybody.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, no, that's, you hit on something. I think you kind of hit on something that maybe, we were kind of diving into the deep end of the pool before we got onto this pod. So I'm, my heart is that you come away with something today that just transforms you, but you kind of led with it right there. I think one of the biggest challenges that people face, especially with being on camera, and that's one of the things you do, is you coach people on camera so well, and you bring reality of who someone is. Part of the thing that you're coaching them on is like, listen, what's going to come through is you being the truest version of yourself, which is the quest we're all on. Talk a little bit about what you do. I'd love you. Talk about what you do. How do people connect with you? We'll get there, but how is it that you're bringing you're teeing them up, so to speak, to be that truest version of themselves?
All right. So first thing I want to address, elephant in the room, depending on how this video is edited. If we're side by side and this is widescreen, then my frame gets cropped into basically a square.
Right.
Which means the sign behind me says hit the butt.
Hit the button. Now it will jump to full, so they'll see it.
I was going to say, let's get all the high school snickering out of the way. Right. Sometimes it looks like it says hit the butt. It's hit the red button. You can get a hold of me at hittheredbutton.com.
Come on.
My agency is Red Button Media. We do custom content systems, video focused for mortgage and real estate professionals. That's what we do. Yeah. Been doing it for a little over 3 years now. Doing it pretty darn well because I was in mortgage for 20 plus years before I started this. So I speak the language. Yeah. And the first thing we do to try to start getting people comfortable on camera is, it's a quick conversation. It's a strategy, like the prep work, the proactiveness, knowing what you're going to be talking to, coming into it. All that stuff helps. Yeah. Because you're not just hitting the red button and don't know what you're going to say and just shooting from the hip. Right. A little bit of prep goes a long way. A little bit of strategy, even better. When you know exactly who you're talking to. Yeah. That's a huge help. Yeah. And if anybody out there is creating content of any kind, the process needs to start with who exactly do I need to be talking to in this particular piece of content? Because that's going to change the context you speak in. Yeah. And it's also going to help you get more conversational. And that's my goal with all of my clients. We do one-on-one content sessions. I live coach them through making all of their content. Yeah. It's not just live. We do it virtually as well, in a virtual studio, much like we're in right now. Yeah. Actually, exactly like. I use the same tool to run all my content sessions.
Yeah. When I started Agent Spotlights, you were the genesis. I was like, this guy's a freaking genius, and kind of one of the things I do help agents, but you do it on such an astronomically higher level. It's amazing.
I would scale it into a business, right? Yeah. So it's a little bit more systematic. We have support staff. I have editors. I have copywriters. I have social media managers. We post all the content for them, all that stuff. So that way, all you have to do is show up for 1 hour a month, and then you have a whole month of content running to all the different feeds and pages and accounts that you want them running to. And for sure. It's basically building the solution for the people that say, I know I need more digital visibility. I need to be visible. I need it to be meaningful, but I don't have the time. Yeah. Great. We solved it. Now, do you have more money than time or more time than money? If you got more time than money, reach out. I'll teach you how to do it on your own. You can recreate this. Right. If you have more money than time, hire us. There's nobody better. You know what I mean? Right. But The reason there's nobody better is because I'm talking to people from a place of knowledge about what they expert in all day, every day.
Yeah.
And because I do this so much, I've learned how to get people comfortable on camera. And not just comfortable being in front of a camera, but conversational.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So many people, salespeople in particular, tend to get on camera and start selling. And then they post it and they do 5 or 6 videos and say, "Oh, video doesn't work for me.
I'm done."
Well, that's because you were putting out a bunch of commercials to people that are in their social media feed looking to be sold to.
Right.
That's not why we go there.
Right.
We go there for entertainment. We go there for a little bit of escapism. We go there for knowledge and education.
Yeah.
Most importantly, social media is called social media for a reason. It's a place to be social. Yeah. We're looking for other humans to connect with.
Totally.
And if you're not showing up as a conversational human being, then your message is never going to land with any kind of an audience, let alone the audience that means the most to your business.
Right.
So step one, we're going to figure out who you need to be talking to and what's going to move the needle for your business. We're going to figure out what you need to be talking to them about. And then we're going to get you comfortable and conversational on camera, delivering those messages that are crucial to scale your business, you know, in only the way that you can deliver that message.
Totally.
That's kind of in a nutshell, the approach and what we try to do. And it's just trying to get good humans to show up as the good humans that they are. Digitally. So that way, when you do book that coffee meeting with a prospect or a referral source or whatever, you show up and there's no catfishing happening. There's no, you're not the person that I saw in the video.
Right.
No, there's a basis of familiarity and trust already, and you don't have to go through that, and every conversation is already warmed up for you.
What do you think of, I was going to say something else, but then you kind of you led me into another spot that I think is crazy right now. I know I've talked to some agents that have been just giddy up about building their avatar. You know, I'm going to build the avatar. I saw, I won't say who, it's not important, but I saw somebody was marketing an AI class that they wanted to do. And they started the video off with, this is the AI version of me. And I was like, literally, my first response was, no, duh. Like I could have, I mean, it's like, yep, absolutely is. And then it cut to the real version of them. And, they kind of continued the script. And something inside me, because I try to be aware of how I feel when I see things and when I hear things. And something inside me, that moment when they went from the AI version of who they were in the scripting to the real version, there was like I felt the connection. I felt myself connect again. Like I felt disconnected from the AI. And I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but there's a part of me I always talk about when we talk about AI, I always put it in this context of there is still, I was actually talking to a managing broker this morning of a real estate agency. There is still the the Soras of the world and the Sunos. They're fine and they're doing great, but there's still something in the human condition that's like, I need to sweat for this. I need to create for this. I need to feel something for this. And I kind of wonder in the world of, hey, well, you can just replace yourself with AI and knock this out. Is it part of the reason that we're drawn to that is because we fear that place of authenticity on video or social media? Or
no, the reason that people are drawn to that is because they're lazy.
Okay.
Like, let's
there you have it, everybody. Good night.
All right.
We can't sugarcoat it, right? Like, if you're looking to farm out your likeness to AI, when you are a professional who makes their living providing a human service to another human, what are you even doing?
Truth bombs. Here it comes. Yeah.
Like, there are so many people out there scared to death that AI is going to replace them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they're trying to help AI replace them by saying, you know what, you can just have my likeness and everything that I am. Go ahead. Take my voice, take my looks, take my delivery, take my mannerisms, take it all and then train your algorithm, your platform, your model on how to more effectively recreate this for other people so you can completely take me out of this process.
Wow.
When you hand over those keys,
right,
you are actively participating in your own replacement. So, number one,
wow,
think a little bit. Why would you do that? Number two, this is a relationship business. Mortgage and real estate is maybe masquerading as transactional at times. But no successful professional who's been in this business for any amount of time will tell you that relationships are not what it's built on.
Right. Oh, for sure.
And if you're looking to build more valuable relationships to grow your business, the way to start that out is not by showing somebody a fake version of you.
Right. Right. 100%.
And the way to answer whether or not you're game for that, if you're thinking about creating the AI avatar, because I don't want to get on camera, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. If the number one producing, I talk to mortgage professionals all the time, so I'll frame it from a mortgage professional standpoint. But it could be I mean, if there's agents watching this, you can think about it from an agent perspective too. For a mortgage professional, if the number one agent in your area called you and wanted to meet because they were looking to send some business to you, or if you're an agent, if the biggest builder in your city, state, county, whatever it is, they have a new tract opening up, whatever it is, and they want to use you possibly as the preferred agent for a lot of the things. Would you go yourself? Or would you send somebody else on your behalf?
Right. You'd go yourself. Yeah. 100%.
So,
100%. Yeah.
So the AI avatar is not just sending somebody else on your behalf. It's sending a poor recreation of you on your behalf.
Right.
And that's just not how we build relationships.
That's not how it works. Yeah.
That's not how humans build relationships with humans, man.
The human element, it's hugely important, whether, real estate, mortgage, title, any part of this industry, the human element, even if it's virtually, it's still got to be you. It's still got to be that connection and that authenticity, because I feel like they've got to know. I mean, I think one of the challenges is someone who's consuming this, as you say, they're scrolling and all of a sudden they stop.
Right.
We've become almost intelligent enough to know, okay, is this AI version, is this just what the algorithm in its Chat GPT or Claude said? This is what's really good. These are really good hooks. Mm-hmm. Are these your real words, or is this just what Chat told you to say?
And that's the next thing. Like, say the AI avatar on video, say it is good enough to fool.
Right.
Say it gets a ton
now
better.
Is it you?
You can't tell the difference, right? So if you're farming out your likeness to this AI thing so you don't have to be on camera and you have this other thing doing it for you, are you the one that's going to be dictating or typing up the scripts for that avatar to say?
Right.
No, you're farming that out also.
Well, yeah.
It goes hand in hand.
Wow.
Right? So if that goes hand in hand and you're farming that out, okay, you have a bunch of AI generated content running for you. But what if it works? What if it works and starts creating more conversations for you? And you start taking calls and meeting with people when you have no idea what you said to make them want to meet with you.
You got to go back and check the prompt. Yeah.
What then?
Right.
Then they mention a video, they mention a message, they mention a thing, and then you tell them, oh yeah, look behind the curtain, it's so cool. I'm using AI for all of this stuff. And then that person has that little truth bomb go off of, wait, that wasn't even really them?
Wow.
Like, that can do more to hurt your business than help it in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So just like, you got to be really careful with that stuff. When it comes to AI, and I recently had a conversation with a fellow marketing colleague about this, and the way that I lean into AI these days is anytime I'm looking at a new tool, because there's billions of tools and there's billions more being released every day, and everything's changing and super fast and rapid. And, oh, don't use ChatGPT and use Claude and do all this and change this over. And hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
I saw a study that showed that like 83 to 85% of the general population has never even tried AI in any way.
Right.
And then
wow, that's amazing. What did you say? 80,
and then of the 17%, of the 17% of people who tried AI, less than 1% of those are using a paid version of AI in any way, shape, or form.
Really?
So we are definitely in our own echo chambers with this. But
so let me just
because it's such a buzzword in the echo chambers.
So less than 1% though are using it right now. That's what you're saying. So less than 1% are using a paid version. That's wild. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry, I just had to wrap my head around that.
Right, and then so the way that I've started approaching new AI tools is, okay, this is a tool. This is a thing. Is it a tool or a toy? That's the first question for myself. Because toys are fun.
Toys are fun.
It's go. Obviously, look behind me. Toys are fun.
Toys are fun.
Right?
Right.
I'm a firm believer in playing with our toys.
Right.
So if you're going to use the AI tool as a toy and it's not going to help your business, but you know what? You're going to get a kick out of it for a little while, and then, it goes in the proverbial trap. Like, fine. It's a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Like, use it for that. Get some entertainment value out of it. Fine. Right. But if it's a tool, ask yourself the next question. Will this AI-powered tool help me be a more effective human? If the answer is yes,
good.
Lean in.
Yeah.
If the answer is no, there's probably some stuff that you already have access to, whether it's a quick little smart automation or something in CRM or whatever it is that will get the job done the same way without you having to learn something new and learn how to implement and all of those things. Lean in to an AI tool when it will legitimately help you be a more effective human being. And going back to the AI avatars type of stuff for video content, that's not helping you be a more effective human being. That's stripping you of your humanity.
Hey, we hope you're enjoying this podcast. We do this every single week, talking to industry leaders in real estate, mortgages, and AI. We want to see you thrive, and Renown Mortgage wants to partner with you in making you absolutely successful. Listen, I just watched an MIT report just recently that talked about 50% of the people who are investing billions right now into AI are going to roll it back in 2027. Why? You cannot replace the human element. The ads and all of the scroll stopping things that are saying, listen, create a digital version of yourself. As you've seen throughout our podcast with industry leaders, they're saying you are replacing the best gift that you have, your humanity. We use powerful videos and powerful AI, not to replace you, but to make you and your business better. And also at Renown Mortgage, we are here to make you the hero in your story with your clients when it comes to the real estate purchase and mortgage purchase side. So enjoy the rest of this podcast. But if you are wanting help in having an advocate and an ally come alongside you to make your story and your humanity thrive and pop, don't hesitate to reach out here. Now get back to that podcast. We'll talk to you soon. I think the temptation is that fear. I mean, because I hear what you're saying. Probably there is some apathy to it. There's some apathy of like, hey, if I can automate, because we get into automate, and I 100% agree well that you get on Twitter or X or whatever and say, learn this right now, learn this class. And I'm thinking, well, hold the phone, because if you just hold your breath for a second, next week, something better is coming out. And it feels like that is the season we're in right now. We're in the season of, there is no, OpenClaw maybe is kind of taking its own little sector right now, but outside of that, the consumer level, hey, just download the app and use it. It's changing and growing all the time. I think the temptation is the marketing side of it is, how do you automate your life better? How do you save yourself 5 hours in a week? The temptation is those things that I don't like to do, or the things that bring me grief, I'm being told I can automate those now. And then what happens is, what slips into that stream is, well, I don't like talking on camera.
Sure.
So maybe that's
which
one of the
nobody
things.
does, by the way.
Yeah, which
That's
nobody
not
does.
something that you're born with. You're just like everybody else.
Unless you're
just
wired
don't-
like me.
yeah,
I
don't
happen
think
to
it's just a
love
you
it.
thing.
Yeah. But
It's
so
being on camera is just an extension of public speaking, which is the human population's greatest fear.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that surveys have shown that public speaking is number one and death is number two.
Yeah.
So most people would rather be the person in the casket than the eulogy. Like, it's like public speaking is a horrible and speaking on camera is an extension of that. It's not supposed to make you comfortable right away. It's a learned skill.
Well, I went to, I think I told you once, or I've talked about it. I went to a convention, real estate convention, and there was the bar for to be considered an expert so that you're speaking at said panel, I noticed was just shockingly low, just amazingly. This person had a viral video of this, and it hit X amount, and all of a sudden now they're the expert. Didn't have any before, probably had very little after as the follows started to dissipate. Right. But I watched this, so I thought, well, yeah, I'll check it out. This viral video coaching and whatnot, and I'm willing to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And they reached into their back pocket and pulled their phone out and said, "You have everything you need right here to be successful on social media and real estate." And I immediately said to myself, that person is about to make half the people in this room feel less than. And the reason is because that's not true. That's not a true statement that, hey, I can just whip out my phone. Actually, if without
I disagree.
Well, okay, let me finish.
I was just going to say, I need to reframe that as somebody who has said that multiple times.
Okay.
You do have everything that you need right here. And the point of that statement is not to make anybody feel less than. What that person was really saying was a prosumer camera setup that cost thousands of dollars 15 to 20 years ago.
Oh, sure.
Is objectively worse than the technology we have in our pocket or purse right now. Okay. And most people think about video content and start thinking, I don't have the camera, I don't have the microphone, I don't have this.
Right.
I need to gear up before starting when it comes to stuff like that. But no, you don't. You really do have everything right here. It's not a gear thing.
Yeah, no, I 100 that part, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and that's kind of where I was going. That's not where they left it. Because from a technological standpoint, the megapixels on cameras that we have right now across the board, even, no matter if iPhone, Google Pixel, whatever, technologically, the microphone you can strap on and the lens you can look into, you can make a you put it on cinema, you change to
cinematic
your frame
mode
rate
on the phones is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
When I go do an on-site in-person recording session, like with a local client, I bring my phone, a phone tripod I got on Amazon for $22, and a wireless mic that was like $89. It's like $115 setup.
But it's 100% true.
But that's not the magic.
No, the magic, and that's what I was saying is if you leave it at what they said, and that's why there was a part of me that wanted to just like jump up there and go, hold it, wait, because you could actually do a lot of damage if you just get in there and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I was told I had this camera. It's like, hi, you want to come buy a house from me? No, there has to be a core conviction. There has to be a belief system, and that's a big thing with me. Belief systems, core convictions, that's what I'm all about. Those have been transformative for me. And so I think coaching people on that, the most important piece, to kind of get back to what I was saying, I believe that is the temptation sometimes of why we want to farm this out to AI. It's I don't know how to capture that core conviction that I have either for one or two things. One, it's still primordial ooze. I'm still working on whatever my core conviction is. Or two, I don't know how to articulate that very well. And I'm afraid that it's just going to come across wonky, and then someone's going to see me being wonky. And so I was going to have you kind of speak to that when you're coaching someone. How is it that you kind of help them find that place?
Repetitiveness. It's a lot of exposure therapy. So in the recording sessions that I coach people through, there's a lot of, okay, great job. Now let's do a take two.
Okay.
Because the way that I coach people, like, we're not just looking for a smooth, perfect conversation that we pull clips from. Like, there's intentionally planned, okay, you're going to show up for an hour. We're going to make these 15 pieces of short form video content.
Yeah.
And in piece number 1, you're going to be talking to first-time home buyers in this city, possibly in a specific zip code. Not just first-time home buyers, though. These are recent college graduates that aren't married yet. Right. You know, they might be single. You know, it all depends on their demographics and what they work on. And we're going to talk to them about the difference between the cost to own and the cost to rent in this town. You know, like, something that's really, really meta for what you do and can be extremely applicable to your specific audience. Getting in that mindset before you start talking about it, it's automatically going to free you up, because that gives you permission to be the expert that you are.
Yeah.
And you're never going to be more comfortable than when you're talking about things that you truly know about, because you expert in this all day, every day.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, that's the good stuff.
100%. Yeah.
You know, in month 2, month 3, I might pepper you with a question of like, hey, what's your favorite privately owned coffee house in the neighborhood? You know, let's give them some flowers. Let's do a little video for them and make some suggestions. You can start to be kind of the digital mayor of your town that way, right? Nice. But in the beginning, let's start with some foundational expertise for the people that really need to hear from you. And not just the foundational expertise that you know to be true. I'm talking about foundational expertise for them. Like, these are the things that you learned in the first week or 2 you were in the business.
Yeah.
The stuff that you know so well, you forgot you even know it. That's the stuff that your clients and your referral partners, that's the stuff that's life-changing for them, because they don't have your education.
Right.
They need you for that.
Right.
And that's the type of stuff that we need to start putting out there. Like, as a real estate agent, what do you tell sellers to do before, like, a week before listing? What do they do for their house?
Right.
What's the proper way to prep for listing photos being taken? You know, what type of things do you as an agent need to know from a seller to make sure a transaction goes smoothly?
Yeah.
What kind of time frames can you plan for? What kind of hurdles do you jump over? Can you avoid those things?
Right.
Educate people into being more effective clients for you, because they're just going to have a better experience anyway.
Right.
And that's information that they're not getting from anybody else. All they're getting is like home tour videos and saying, use me because I'm the best and I have a goofy billboard up.
Right.
It's, you know, like
you probably have seen, I mean, I not cynically, just observationally, I kind of laugh when I see these just wild home tour videos now. I mean, just, you know, the Ferraris pulling up in the driveway. It's eye-catching, but at the end of the day, because I've done this and I know marketing, I know the components that sell a house, and I can assure you having a Lambo pull up in your driveway didn't do it.
Yeah.
I can bet you $1 million it was cool. And it was a great video to send to your buds, but the Lambo pulling up and pulling into your driveway with the door closing, you know, and then the price kind of scrolling down in that cut in, that isn't what sold it.
I've started following a few people that do home tours in very, very different ways. I started following one person who calls himself the emo realtor.
Yeah. Right.
And he does he's also a musician.
Okay.
So
he's making songs.
He writes an emo, whiny punk song.
Yeah,
about the house.
I saw him,
and then films himself like in a black hoodie, just sitting in corners. As like the music video, that's the home tour video, which is super fun.
Right.
There's one girl in Florida, I believe, who is just deadpan, straight face roasting the house that she's listed.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like, just roasts it.
Right.
Like,
have you seen the one who hides?
This one's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1.2 million, and I don't know why. Why would anybody pay that for this? Let's go look at the kitchen.
Let's go.
like, and that's her shtick, and it's hilarious. But like, these are differentiators. They're standing out. So there is a way to do home tours in a way that stand out. If you are not afraid to narrow down your target client base, which is what everybody's afraid to do. Everybody thinks my target client is everybody. My ideal client is anybody looking to sell a house, anybody looking for a loan. No, like when we're talking content, there's 8 billion people in the world. A lot of eyeballs could see this. So we're gonna have to narrow it down a bit, and you'd be surprised when you really, really narrow down your messaging to who you're speaking to, down to just maybe 1 or 2 people. So you're like across the coffee table, conversational from that perspective.
Totally.
You'd be surprised how many other people self-qualify themselves into your message anyway. Even though you're not talking directly to them.
I think that, I've seen the guy who's done the speed tours, and I actually did one. I did a listing on Lake Sawyer. And so I grabbed my daughter, and I didn't do it because I wanted to copy him. I did it because I thought it was funny. And I have the personality and the disposition to pull it off. So we did this speed tour. And you've got to get ready if you're going to do something like that to get roasted in the comments, right? Because somebody was like, well, it went so fast. I wonder what they're hiding. I was like, no, I was just being weird. And I've seen the people who dress up in the sequins or the emo guy. This is kind of the way I describe it to agents when I'm coaching agents is, listen, that's kind of like the elite level of social media marketing when it comes to the real estate side, in the sense of, not everyone makes it into the NFL. Not everyone has the disposition or the talent to pull something like that off. And thank goodness you don't have to. The main primary that you have is the true, kind of where we started, the truest authentic version of yourself that people can connect with, that says, that's my person. And
I know we're running up on time here, but I want to leave everybody with one thing they can take away, other than, hey, video on social, it can work if you're into it. Like, whatever. Everybody knows that. It's been proven time and time again for over a decade now that it works. If you commit to it. But if you don't want to commit to it, there are ways to use video for you. The offline use of video is super undervalued right now. Video is not a reel or a social media post. A video is not a YouTube upload. A video is a means of communication. It just happens to be the most effective one we have. Because when you type something, the recipient can read inflection into it based on how they woke up that morning. Video doesn't leave any of that to question. An audio message doesn't give people eye contact with you. It doesn't give people a chance to build that familiarity bias and that trust that video and in person gives you. 2 days from now, you, Sean, are not going to know that we were in this virtual studio, this and that. No, your brain's just going to know, oh yeah, I saw Mike the other day. We talked. It's great. That's how we're wired up here. All this other stuff goes away, whether it's digital or in person, fades, but the human connection remains. So build that human connection more by doing one simple thing, and do it today. If you're listening to this today, if you're watching this today,
there we go.
Do me a favor. This is your challenge.
Homework.
Pick one text message. One text message that you were going to send to somebody, personally, professionally, family, friend, colleague, client, doesn't matter. Pick one text message, and instead of typing those 2 sentences and firing it off like you were going to, pull up the camera app on your phone, say those same 2 sentences to the camera, and then text them that little video and watch how special it makes them feel.
For sure.
Because that one-to-one video communication is something I've embraced for my, not just my business, but my life. And it's something that I keep encouraging other people to embrace also, because that is going to win you more clients, more deals, and stronger relationships. It's always going to be better if you talk to Jack on his lunch break and give him an update on the transaction. And then he says, okay, I'm going to run and scarf down a burger, and then I'll update my wife when I get home tonight. It's easy to just say, okay, job done. But taking it that one step further, pulling up the camera app on your phone, hitting that red button and saying, hey, Jane, I just talked to Jack. He told me he was going to update you when he gets home, but let's be honest, he ain't going to remember. So here's where we're at. This is what we need. This is what we've done. This is where we stand. Jack knows all of this, and now you do too. I hope you have a great day.
That's awesome.
And then you fire that off to her.
Right.
How much stronger are your relationships going to get because of that? I had a mortgage broker that I challenged to start doing this. And for the following week, he just picked one type of thing. Every time I have a file update for one of my real estate agent referral partners, I'm just going to give him that update with a video. Wow. Not the client updates, not the outreach, not the social media posting, solely file updates for real estate agent referral partners. It was roughly 1 to 2 videos a day he was sending.
Yeah.
By the end of that week, the mortgage broker got another referral because, quote, I just love how easy it is to communicate with you and I want to work with you more.
Right.
So like these are the things that can happen in your business if you embraced video specifically as a means of communication.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to light everything on fire and start posting on socials and get strategic about stuff, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. But you don't have to be that person to make this a pillar of your growth strategy.
Well, even if, to your point, even if you did that, you'd be amazed. I would argue, after a couple of weeks of doing that, you'd be amazed how more familiar your, hey, I'm getting on camera. Okay.
Right.
Actually, this isn't weird anymore. This is what I do. And
that's right.
You're able to make that leap to social media. So
absolutely.
Mike, as always, this has been an absolute joy. I appreciate it. I know you got a hard stop. You got probably another podcast or somewhere to be. And so we'll definitely have you back on again, but thank you so much. I'm going to put all your stuff to reach out to Mike below. But as always, if you found any value in this, please like, share, subscribe, all of the good things. My favorite thing to say. This is Sean with the Rise from Renown Podcast. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
The only thing.